Good afternoon and welcome to Opna Kanalen. Today we'll be discussing different news topics from around the world, Sweden, entertainment and sports news and weather. Judging by the weather in the past few days, in the Slovenian Alps, the winter is not going to end anytime soon. According to our news source, Delo newspaper, the snow layer above 1,500 meters is thicker than half a meter. Even though meteorologists say that temperatures in the next week are going to rise, it's not going to be anywhere near the normal temperatures for the middle of the May. While the snow in the mountains is melting, further south in the Balkan region, rivers are flooding towns and cities. In Croatia, they're expecting floods to reach the highest point the following night. But in Bosnia, the rivers are not going to stop flooding until 2 days later. In the town near coast of Montenegro, the water is so contaminated that the residents can't even drink it anymore. CNN has reported that radioactive carbon has been found in the depths of the ocean. When the neurons from the bomb tests in the Cold War era reacted with the nitrogen in the air, they created carbon-14. Naturally, it would have taken almost 1,000 years for the ocean to circulate the bomb carbon into the deep sea, but the ocean food chain reaches there much faster. In other news, a student is suing Apple for $1 billion because his in-store AI led to his false arrest. Ousmane Bach was accused of stealing from Apple stores in 4 different US states. He believed that the Apple algorithms linked footage of the thief with his name. Apple has said to our source of these breaking news, BBC, that they don't use face recognition software in their stores. While a detective was reviewing the footage of one of the robberies, he found that the thief and Bach look nothing like each other. Bach claims that charges filed against him affected his college attendance and his grades have suffered because of it. That's all we have for the world news. Now let's move over to Jacob, who has some Swedish news to report to you.
Thanks. And now on to Swedish news. The American billboarders' accusations of money laundering was rejected by the Swedish Economics Revision EBM because the money transaction was outdated. When this happened, he tried to overrule, but it still got rejected by Katarina Tidén on the EBM, which is the Economic Crime Department. He's still accusing Swedbank for money laundering of stolen money from his company Hermitage Capital in Russia, though the investigation continues in the Baltics. Over to other news. The fossil fuel tax that tread into power in 2017 by the Social Democrats is a tax that not many people know about, but it's for reducing our CO2 emissions and to cope with fossil fuel inflation, and which is when something when the price reduces or increases is because of more or less want. This tax is automatically increasing the price by 2% each year, and that's one of the reasons that our CO2 price, that our fossil fuel prices have been so high this year. And now over to entertainment news.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment News.
I'm Gal.
And I'm Zara.
I'm going to tell you something about Eurovision. Yesterday, the Eurovision semi-finals took place. The countries who did the best yesterday were Australia with Kate Miller-Heidke's song Zero Gravity and Iceland with Hatari's metal song Hatrid mun sigra. The last announcement of qualifiers was Slovenia with Zala Kralj and Gašper Šantel's gentle song Sebi. The country with the highest chance of winning is Netherlands with Duncan Lawrence's song ballad song Arcade. This was gathered from Eurovision's website.
And I will tell you something about the drama that happened between two YouTubers. Not a long ago, James Charles and Tati Westbrook started drama between them. Tati was very supportive to James, but he betrayed her with supporting Sugar Bear Hair vitamins that are Tati's competitors because Tati has a vitamin brand too, Halo Beauty. In her 40 minutes YouTube video, Tati told her followers that everything that is wrong with James, and James has lost around 3 million followers, and Tati gained around 3 million followers. We got this information from the Alice website, and that is all for entertainment news. Thank you, and now something about weather.
Thanks for that, Sarah. And here's the weather report.
My name's Alex.
And my name's Julia.
Tonight at 6 o'clock, the weather will be great for meeting friends or just having fun. Up north, we'll start with Luleå, 9 degrees and a shining sun. Then we move on to Umeå, 13 degrees with sun and clouds. After that, Östersund, 11 degrees, sun and clouds. Then, where I personally live, 14 degrees, Stockholm, 14 degrees, sun and clouds. And then Gothenburg with a stunning 70 degrees and a shining sun. Then south, last but not least, Malmö, 15 degrees, sun and clouds.
Thanks for that, Alex, but let's not forget about tomorrow. So let's start up north. In Luleå, there will be 11 degrees with a nice sun. Umeå, 16 degrees with some gray clouds and of course a sun. Östersund, also 16 degrees, gray clouds and a sun. Stockholm, where I personally live, there will be some gray clouds but still a sun with 15 degrees. In Gothenburg, there will be a beautiful sun with 17 degrees. And last but not least, Malmö, where there will be sun with some clouds, but still 17 degrees.
Thanks for that, and now on to sport.
Thank you, Alexius. I'm Scott.
And I'm Nick.
We will now showcase you some sports news. Over to Nick.
Thank you, Scott. The NHL website reports that Boston are already nearly securing their spot in the final of the Stanley Cup after the fantastic performance from Tuukka Rask. The Boston goalkeeper made 35 saves in a single game against Carolina Hurricanes, making them win Game 3.
According to Aftonbladet, the Olympic Games silver medalist Sara Algotsson Ostholt has lost her 2 horses, Peggy and Chaco, in a horse transport fire. She was returning home from competitions in Polish Sopot when the transport started burning. She has expressed sorrow regarding the aftermath of this horrible event on Instagram.
Manchester City are looking to win the treble in the FA Cup final against Watford on the 18th of May on the Wembley Stadium. The Pep Guardiola side have a lot of chance of winning it, but Watford are no joke, as they complete their great season finishing the Premier League in 11th and knocking out Woking, Newcastle, Queen's Park Rangers, Crystal Palace and Wolverhampton on their way to the final.
The French forward Antoine Griezmann is leaving Atletico de Madrid, he announced on the club's Twitter account. He left the club after 5 seasons. Sources report that Griezmann's next destination is FC Barcelona.
That's all for today. Have a nice evening and goodbye.